batching YouTube content is not supposed to burn you out. It is supposed to make life easier. So let me show you how I finally made batching work for me and how you can too. Hey, I'm Robin. I've been on YouTube for almost 7 years. I have grown 2 YouTube channels, one to over 75,000 subscribers, and I have built my coaching business off of YouTube. Now, I used to try planning, writing, and filming 3 or 4 videos in one day, but I would finish that day feeling drained, like a robot, and disconnected. And I'm gonna tell you, I was not proud of the content that came out. And I am in the middle right now of doing 30 videos. So every day I have 1 video coming out, and I am filming 10 videos a week. So today I'm filming 5 videos. Plus, I'm actually filming 10 reels / shorts because I didn't get to it yesterday because my son had an appointment. So I'm gonna go through the 4-day batching flow that I do. I mean, honestly, when I'm done this 30 days, I will be so ahead of the game that I can still be producing high quality content and also learning from the lessons, because I've been on YouTube for so long and I still am always like, what can I bring differently from one video to the next or from one batch to the next? So even last week I filmed 10 videos, 5 one day, 5 the next, then, you know, editing all of the things, and I learned, and this week I brought it forth to the next section. So let's get to how I do it. So we're gonna get to day 1 script and strategy day first. Okay, so day 1 is script / strategy day, and I am usually sitting on my couch, or when it's nice out, I'm sitting outside and I'm just enjoying the process as much as I can and making sure I take lots of breaks and drink a lot of tea. So I often will capture my ideas for videos in my ecosystem, and I will just like pop them in there. So when it comes time to actually film, quite often I have an idea of what I want to do. So I will have my strategy of what I'm going to do, and then I will start my writing. And before, what I used to do was just 1 day a week I would write my video, the next day I would film it, the next day, you know, I would edit, but I was also doing other things there in the meantime. Instead, what I'm doing is combining all of the sort of like foci for the day, like all of the writing in one day. And yes, it is a lot to do a lot of writing in one day. So I do like to break things up with breaks, and you'll see that I do that in the rest of my strategy as well. So I like to make sure that my focus is clarity and quality and not speed. So if I'm like, my goal is to do 4 videos to write in one day, I am going to make sure that if it's, you know, if I've only done 3 and it's, you know, 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. and we've already had dinner and I'm like, oh, like I don't have it in me to write another one, I just won't. But, and maybe that batch that week is only 3 videos, and that's okay. Perhaps I would wake up and write the 4th video. Please don't mind the sound of my kitten playing in the background. He's just very playful. But sometimes it is what it is, and that's okay. The most important thing is to create a quality video. I love to make sure, as a bonus tip, to use a repeatable format. So I use my proven video formula, which I've talked about before, and I will link that below. So scripting just goes so much faster. So I make sure that I have like my hook and my intro, and you know, I have like this repeatable loop that I go through every time, including other hooks and authority, all of the thing. And so when I am actually scripting, it's not that hard, especially once I get in the flow. It's just, the first one is always the hardest. So that brings me to filming day, which is like usually day 2. And I mean, of course you don't have to do all of these days in a row consecutive. It is really helpful though, because quite often then the script is fresh in your mind and you know the way you want to present it, which is really handy. So what I say is I like to, first of all, if I can, make sure my family is not home. That is great. My husband is a shift worker, so I try to do it when he's working day shifts. When the kids are in school, it's great because then they're out of the house. And I like to block out at least 2 to 4 hours or more of uninterrupted filming. And Because I am batching, meaning I'm filming more than one video at a time. So, you know, like right now I'm doing 5 a day because of this sprint that I'm doing, or I will do, you know, even just 2. I like to make sure that that's pretty much the only thing I have scheduled for the day. I even will make sure like dinner is really easy and that perhaps I don't have like a lot of other appointments. I don't have like high expectations for myself for work for the rest of the day. And because for me, filming is very high energy. I find it really tiring. I love it. I love the opportunity to come in and chat with people, but it's like you spend like 4 hours talking. Here's a couple of tips that you could do. You could record multiple videos with outfit changes if you want. I actually tend to mostly wear navy blue, so it probably looks like I film everything on the same day every day, even though I don't. I make sure that I have like a really good breakfast, that I feel, you know, somewhat rested. I sort of take it easy for the first part of the morning. And, you know, then I go start getting my face ready, my hair, all of the things, and get all of the equipment ready. And that's the great thing, is that all of your equipment is just ready to go. You don't have a bunch of other things that you need to like put away and get out again all the time, which is so frustrating if you were to be filming like every week or whatever, for example. And then I like to leave a lot of margin for mess ups and retakes. So say it actually only takes like 15 to 30 minutes to film a video. Well, I know that I may be like, oh my gosh, like this happened or that happened or a battery died or something. So I just make sure that I have extra buffer room in there if I have to. And as far as equipment goes, one of the biggest game changers for me has been having a teleprompter. I have a great teleprompter right here. And I think there's even like more modern versions that have come out. I think I've had this one for maybe 4 years, but it makes editing so much easier. And speaking of editing, let's get to editing day. Okay, so once all of that is done, I get to editing day. Now, this is a great day. I love editing day because I will, first of all, I will raise my desk up and I will often spend a lot of time walking on my walking treadmill, which I have right down here, and I will just start doing some loose edits. Now, I do have 2 editors that I use, but right now, especially because I have so many videos right now, I can't afford to pay them to do 30 videos in a month. So I'm editing the bulk of them, like between 6 to 8 videos in one day I am editing. So I want to start feeling fresh and great. So I have like my Bluetooth headphones, or I'll use my AirPods, whatever. I raise up my desk, I start walking. I have this really awesome mouse, which I have talked about before, and I have got it programmed. It's got all these programmable buttons. It's got like this wheel? Yeah, wheel that turns, and it's got one here, and I can just do so many things. So I can, as I'm walking away on my treadmill, I can cut out like the beginning, any like rough edits right from there. Then I could go in, I can do cropping. I do like a lot of it straight from my mouse. I use Final Cut Pro for when I'm editing. Then I bring in B-roll. I have, you know, my whole back end is very organized. I have an ecosystem that created, and there's like lessons and videos on there. Oh, my power just went out. It was scheduled, don't worry. So I have that B-roll ready to go. So it's easier to bring in. Of course, I still am like sometimes grabbing graphics from Canva or whatever while I'm doing the editing, and it is great. And the other thing I do is it's not like I look forward to editing 6 to 8 videos. So I try to make it as enjoyable as possible. I will like have a candle here. So cozy, I light it. I will often have a YouTube video in the background. Like I like cozy cottage videos. So depending on the season, like when it's summer, I have like a summery cottage, or fall. Right now we're getting into fall, so I'm really enjoying that. And I just try to make it as enjoyable as possible. I use my timer. However, as I said before, I don't want to feel like I am rushing through anything. I want it to be still like really good quality. So yes, I do have this, but more so it's just to keep me on track. Like if I spend 45 minutes to edit a video, but again, you're already in the zone. The first video might take like an hour or 2, depending on the length too. Like these particular videos that I'm doing are shorter for the most part, but I will, try to get in a flow, and once I'm in that flow, I can get through it a lot quicker. And another thing, it's good, you can create templates for transitions and lower thirds to save time. So a lot of what I do is I just do a lot of like copying and pasting and then going through and making it like pretty and beautiful. Then I go ahead and I save everything to my external hard drive. But you can just have everything working so well in this batch week if you're doing it so that you have those other 3 weeks to work on your business. All right, that brings me to thumbnail day. Now, I love making thumbnails, and I often treat making thumbnails very much like I do the editing day, but for me, it's a much more fun day. I can go ahead and throw any old video I want in the background. I can sit on my couch and do my editing, or I'll do it at my desk where I have my big screen, and I just enjoy myself. And one of the things that I will do as a tip for you is on filming day, I take a video of me in 4K doing all of the different poses when we do for a thumbnail. And then I can go through when I'm editing and pull out the best stills for that. One tip though is always make sure you're looking right at the camera, not at the screen to the side. Otherwise you're going to be looking off, which nobody really wants. And yeah, I like to just go ahead, put some video on or music on and just go through making my thumbnails. And then you're in that frame of mind. I usually use Photoshop. I use a little bit of Canva for some other parts of it, but it just makes it so much easier because you're already in that mode. It's much quicker for me. Usually I can knock out, you know, at the most, it would take me 2 hours to edit for thumbnails. And one of the best things you can do is upload your videos right away too. So again, yesterday I would have theoretically edited my videos, and then I can just go ahead, upload all of them. I can pop those thumbnails on. I can make sure I've got my titles ready to go, my descriptions, tags, which, you know, are sort of not really the most important thing, but you know, why not? Making sure your end screens are there. And then what's great is you can see, like, do I need to go back and change anything? And then batch scheduling any pins if you do Pinterest, or posts to go with the video if you want to, is so helpful. I will do that for my Instagram as well. I have, you know, would have edited the reels and shorts the day before, so you can get all of that ready. And I do have an additional pro tip, and batch by brain type. If you're more creative in the morning, script then. Save your thumbnails for chill evenings, which is actually what I end up doing more than even making it on a 4th day. Quite often I'll just, in the evening, especially if my husband's working a night shift or something, I'll just be knocking out those thumbnails. It's so good. I don't really need as much brain power for that. And another good thing is having a parking lot document. So collecting all of your video ideas in Notion or Drive, so writing days are so efficient. And that's what I have. I have my Minimalist business ecosystem where I have everything. I can just throw it up there, and that's where I have where I write my scripts, everything, so I know everything's ready to go. I have in my photos on my phone and my computer, because it's Mac, it's all connected. I have, you know, screenshots of thumbnails that I think are really good, and I'll throw them in there just to sort of like inspo, which I feel is so helpful. And when you're coming up with your video strategy, it's so helpful to make sure you have discoverable videos and sales videos and connection videos. Connection videos, I have a cat here, are the best way for people to actually get to know who you are, get to know your heart, and how you can actually help them. But if you're like, I don't even know how to do that, don't worry, because I have 3 connection video ideas right here for you. This is part of my 30-day challenge of YouTube Sprint. This is day 19. If you want the notes from this, go ahead and click below and I will send you those. Make sure you subscribe for tomorrow's video. I hope something great happens for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.